Are to protect the workers of this country. We are going into a very exciting elective period as a country. Everybody is excited. Today everybody is Katumba Oye, Katumba this, Katumba that, Katumba that. But as a special interest group, it's very important that we contain the excitement. People make mistakes when they're excited. And the mistakes you make cannot be rectified until 5 years. Under the movement system, you could recall a member of parliament. Now you cannot recall one. Even if you say we don't like you anymore, you stay in parliament. That is your problem. So one of the issues we want to tell voters is that much as there is too much pomp and excitement, do not forget the purpose of this election. We are not electing for the sake of the season. We are electing to ensure there is an agenda of protecting workers that must be realized and an agenda that must be pursued. That is the first thing I want to tell you. For sure. Secondly, the workers' movement is going through a lot of changes, which were not here 10 years ago, even 20 years ago. The challenges are different. The players are many, but that should not distract you from the core purpose and objective. So it requires that we must stay steadfast, be innovative, and work harder. That is why the people we elect into leadership must understand what is at stake. In this country, I can tell you, there are people who know the problems. There are others who know the solutions. Others know how to fix them. Others can play the vibe, and you are in it. So my first caution to you as workers as you go for this election is please be cautious, don't get excited, don't be swallowed away. The core role of protecting labor should always be the issue you are looking for in all their manifestos. Look at their manifestos and examine that. Thirdly, this election is not going to be your normal election. It's going to be conducted by the Electoral Commission. It is under the Constitution of Uganda. And the mandate of the EC is provided for in Article 60 of the Constitution. This election is going to be held under certain standard operating procedures. We are having a problem as a country, and the leaders have not taken this issue seriously. COVID is killing people. And when you don't protect your own leaders your own followers as a leader, you lose on the leadership test. You may be winning, but those who value leadership may doubt whether you are going to deliver this paper. So the Electoral Commission needs your full support to keep your masks on, to practice social distancing, to sanitize, and please obey these procedures. If we do not, it will not take us anywhere. To have an election and people are dying badly. I know the family, the father and wife and the 3 children have been nursing COVID. So it can destroy the entire labor movement. So this one is an issue you should be taking care of as you go for this election. Thirdly, as workers, you have 5 slots in Parliament. The workers were given 5 slots. Because of affirmative action, 1 slot was specifically provided for the ladies. No man is allowed to contest on that one. But the ladies can contest on the other 4. So as you go to vote, these appear to be simple things. But people can get excited. Sometimes you vote when you have been taking beverages. And you forget that I can make a mistake. You are going to have 2 ballot papers. The first ballot paper will have 4 candidates for the first slots. Some may be women, and of course others will be men. But the second ballot paper will only have women. So on the first ballot paper, you have to vote for 4 people. You have 4 slots. This is the only interest group that a voter can select more than one person. Don't make a mistake of only selecting Obama, because that will work against the interest of the workers' movement. You are voting for 4 people. Don't make a mistake of simply thinking that me, I want to vote only this one and I'm going to vote for only this one. On the first ballot paper, you are voting for 4, regardless of female or male. Don't come to this ballot paper and they say, my candidate was not of this one, I vote for 5. The other one was a woman. That ballot paper will be invalid. Should you vote for 4 people on this one, and unfortunately there is another lady and you vote for her as a lady, the entire ballot paper will be invalid. You will also be given a second ballot paper for the female workers MP. So even if you have finished this one, you may still vote for the other one, but this one will be invalid. This is something we must be very cautious of. And don't make a mistake of telling people, even you the candidates, I want to appeal to you. You know, when you're competing, sometimes people ask themselves, is it morally right to lie somewhere for you to go through? When you find people like it to vote for Kasaja, and you, is it morally okay for you to lie a little? If Honorable Kasaja Henry does not work very well with Honorable, I'll use a probe, my friend cannot get annoyed. Honorable Waswa, okay, yes, Womom. If me and him are in Parliament and we can't work together, we all love different people. There is a time when somebody needs to tap you. You tell so and so, Honorable Womom, please call so and so and let them know this is important. Even raising quorum. You don't know, but even raising quorum can be a lobby issue. You ask other people to call others to attend the committee. Because if there's quorum, no quorum, you will not have business. And people are very busy. So you have to use Womo to tell his Kasacha, please make sure you raise your part of the quorum and we can have this business transacted. Now, that cannot happen if you had bad politics. So the long-term implications of bad politics, particularly for interest group politics, like an electoral college like this one, is that bad. I want to issue a very good election. 18th January is when we are voting. Let us be peaceful. This election is going to come back again. Whoever will emerge as victor will be the voice of the workers. It does not mean the others have lost. I want to appeal to those who are likely to lose. You know me, I did in politics. I have to prepare people. That's why in these 12 countries, people prepare 2 statements. The one conceding and the one refusing. Thanking people and the one conceding. If you have not made it, you have done the best thing to offer yourself. Sure. If you have not made it, maybe the voters didn't understand you. Many times you don't vote for people simply. I ran for president in Makete. People worked against me and I lost, of course, because you have had me in a list of former presidents of Makete. But afterwards, I met them in Parliament. They told me, at Kasata, we are the people who failed your campaign. You are supposed to be the president, but we didn't understand you. And he was honest, and we have continued working together. So when you lose, not that people have rejected you. No. You only have 4 slots. I don't know how many candidates are running. a voter has just 4 and 1 slot for female. So those who are likely to lose, let us leave the voting venue more united to bring our energies together and push the workers' agenda forward. I think that the workers' movement today has generated momentum that can capitalize on the opportunities in our political space to deliver the workers. But the workers' movement should be extremely cautious not to lose the step. If we do not play the challenges well now, we are likely not to get out of the opportunities that are available. Because the dynamics are changing. This parliament is going to have, it may have, a lot of Katumba oil. Because turnover is going to be high, it may likely to be high. Because voters are voting so many things. But under those circumstances, you can still pursue something. So I think that I wish you all the best. Have a peaceful election, vote for the best, and all the candidates, we salute you for offering yourself, and we think that your contribution is still very valuable for the workers' movement. I thank you very much and wish you a wonderful day.
And before that, I want to thank my brother Kasacha, who tried to do civic and vote education. And especially on the point of solidarity, that voting should not divide us at any single point, because the challenges ahead of us need all of us.
Now, one more for Honorable Obama Wakajara. 1, 2, 3. Again. Honorable Wakamulindi. Honorable Margaret. Honorable Agnes. Our beloved ambassadors.
And for himself. Thank you very much. Brothers and sisters, a moment like this is a time for us as workers of this country to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the people sitting before us. It is a time when we enter into a contract with the people we send to represent us. This is the time they come to make a commitment to us, a commitment that after 5 years they must come back and give an accountability for. A commitment that many fail to fulfill. But a commitment that I want to assure you, the people who have invited us here, and particularly the Honorable Wakajara, has fulfilled very well. Maybe you didn't hear me. He made a commitment to us 4.5 years ago. And those commitments are listed in his manifesto. He has made sure one by one is fulfilled before he comes back to us. And today I want us in a special way. Waswa, where are you? I want us in a very special way to say thank you to this gentleman. Waswa is going to lead us in this session of warming, and thanking Honorable Wakajara.
Okay, warm. 1, 2, 3. Again.
Another one.
Last one.
He has received.
He has received it for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was invited to invite him. But before I invite him, I want to give you an assurance that you are selling a first-class commodity. You know, when you're selling a second-hand commodity, when you're selling a duplicate, when you're selling a fake commodity from China, you want to talk for it. But we are selling a commodity that does not need advertisement. That commodity is branded Obama. Today, we have come to ask those of you who did not know him to support him.
Oh yeah.
He always says that you have 4 votes. The other one is for women. He's not a woman. And he always says, give me 1. As his chair, I also want to ask you, please give him 1. But I am not saying vote for him alone. He needs all the others to work with him in Parliament. So, after giving him, please give the other 4 as well.
As usual. One for that, as usual. 1, 2, 3.
I have only requested for 1 for him.